Let's get to the top story in the nation this morning. Police still searching for a person of interest in what they're calling a mass casualty incident in the city of Lewiston, Maine.
Officials say at least 20 people have died, and as ABC's Ike Ajachi reports, dozens more are injured in the latest mass shooting.
This morning, a mass shooting tragedy unfolding in Lewiston, Maine, the state's second largest city. Police responding to shootings in at least 2 locations.
There are multiple scenes in the city, to include multiple hospitals, a lot of witnesses we're speaking with.
Law enforcement identifying 40-year-old Robert Card as a person of interest. Authorities say he has a history of military service, is a firearms instructor, and was treated at a mental health facility over the summer after allegedly saying that he was hearing voices.
If people see him, they should not approach Card or make contact with him in any way.
The first call came in around 7 o'clock from a bowling alley hosting a youth night for a kids' bowling league. One witness saying she heard a loud bang before her father, a retired cop, corralled her and her family into a corner.
I kind of laid on top of her, and my mom was kind of on top of me.
Riley Dumont was bowling with her 11-year-old daughter when she heard several shots. During the chaos, she said she saw 3 or 4 bodies on the ground. The second shooting scene, a local restaurant about 4 miles from the bowling alley. Card on the run overnight, triggering a shelter-in-place over in Lewiston and neighboring Lisbon, Maine, where police say they found this white Subaru believed to be owned by the suspect. The car seen with the door open and lights on. Sources say hundreds of federal, state, and local law enforcement are assisting in this active investigation. Police as far south as New Hampshire setting up roadblocks, trying to confine Card in case he's on the run. Authorities earlier releasing these surveillance images showing the gunman at one of the shooting locations.
Looks like to me an AR-15 or some version of it. Looks like to me that he's got some sort of extended magazine. I mean, typically those weapons, you can maybe shoot up to 25 or 30 rounds with a standard magazine.
Authorities didn't reveal a motive overnight. Maine Governor Janet Mills releasing a statement urging all people in the area to follow the directions of state and local law enforcement. Also, Lisbon schools have been canceled for Thursday. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
We'll do our best to keep you updated on that story all morning right here on KSAT and KSAT.com. Well, San Antonio police say a 16-year-old and 10-year-old were shot overnight. They were found around midnight in the 300 block of Roslyn, just north of Highway 90 on the west side. Police say they responded and found the 16-year-old with a gunshot wound to the hand and a 10-year-old with a shot to the arm. Both were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The victims told police the shooting happened on UTSA Boulevard. No suspect information is available at this time.
And Northside ISD sent out a note to parents letting them know about a weapon found on one of its campuses yesterday. No one was hurt, and staff members say that no one was threatened. This happened at Brandeis High School after a report was made that a student may have a weapon on campus. That individual was found and a firearm was discovered. In the message to parents, Brandeis's principal praised students and staff who reported the issue.
In more local news this morning, one minor in custody and officers are looking for 2 more. This after a stolen car they were in crashed on the north side. Happened just after 5 last night on Patricia, not far from Blanco and Wurzbach Parkway. Police say the driver of the stolen Audi lost control and rolled the vehicle in front of an apartment. Those 3 minors jumped out of the car and started running. Officers eventually caught up with one of them. No one was hurt in the crash.
A San Antonio man who admitted to killing a woman will spend the next 4 decades of his life in prison. Police found 32-year-old Crystal Garcia's body in a Comal County field in September of 2021. Now, the week before, police say her mother reported her missing. Garcia Ventura told the judge he was defending himself during a fight while in court. A loved one said he forgave her killer.
I'm just hoping that you think about what you did and somehow contribute back to society.
Now, the judge gave Garcia Ventura credit for time served. After he served his time, he will be deported.
The Victor Wembanyama era is underway in San Antonio. Wembanyama made his NBA debut with the Spurs against the Dallas Mavericks and made an immediate splash with the world watching last night. The #1 pick in the NBA draft blocked a shot in the opening minute of the game and later misfired on a three-point attempt from the top of the key. But Wemby found his spot and scored his first NBA points with a three-pointer again from near the top of the key at the 8:25 mark in the first quarter. He added another three later in the quarter. Slowed by foul trouble, he broke loose for 9 points in the fourth quarter and finished with 15 points. However, it still wasn't enough to beat Dallas. Spurs lose 126-119. Still, the debut of the 19-year-old from France forced the Spurs to sell standing room only tickets for their season opener. Next up, our Spurs welcome the Houston Rockets to the Frostbank Center. Tip-off is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Go Spurs, go.
Yeah, go Spurs, go.